All right. Good evening and welcome to the D League Podcast, episode 15 of the 2023 season. It's me, Jameson, your commissioner again. And then with me is Austin, my co-commissioner, and then today's guest from down the street, but might as well be the other side of the world. It's Ta. How are you doing
Hello,
today?
friends. Doing well.
Oh,
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
It's good to be here.
That's right.
We were talking before, but me and Jameson were gonna get our maybe in person once a year event, but he's down bad right now, as the kids say.
I'm supposed to be on the recovery end of this, and I still feel like butt. So yeah, I came down with yet another mystery ailment over the weekend, and I'm probably going to cough a bunch during this. So it's super cool. But
It's gonna
yeah,
be awesome.
Ty wanted to do the podcast live, which would be an experiment that we hadn't done before. But I do have like a real mic, so maybe it would have worked. I don't know. But
Well, if you
instead,
recall, I started the video last year.
that's
You
true.
guys used to just sit there and talking to the void,
oh
and I
right,
wanted to be on video.
yeah, that's
I
true.
was
Yeah.
just going to my pictures trying to find
Yes,
the picture I took
yes.
of you, but I can't find it. I'll
Yeah.
track it down later. Mark has threatened multiple times that he will arrive at my house for podcast night, but he hasn't done it yet.
That's all. It seems like a lot of work, to be honest. Like that
Yeah.
seems more of like a fun threat than an actual fun thing to do. He'll keep you on your toes at least.
Yeah, bring me Tom's popcorn and invade my home.
Yeah. All right. Well, Todd, do you want to go first? How was your last week?
It was pretty disappointing. Got the unfortunate task of playing the number one scoring team as the number three scoring team. So,
A lot of that going
that's
around.
a tough loss. Yeah, exactly. But that's just it's been a good season overall. I wish our scheduler would do a little bit better. Mentioned that in the chat.
It's the AI
Jameson's
baby.
lining up the cupcakes while he puts the big dogs against each other to try and fight it out. But happy to be back in the playoffs again. So, we'll see what the team does from here. But I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Nice. How is your Christmas light situation going over there?
Well, the True Tone did not fit the budget this year, so we got the knockoff Home Depot C9 whatever lights.
Are they the multicolored?
No, we're
Just
a
white?
white only family. Scratch that.
All right, that'll be it.
But yeah,
for tonight.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's
We got-
Tyler Anderson. He lives at.
We got to blow up Mickey and Minnie on a sled, for the
that's
kids.
nice.
They love it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like I had a giant Christmas box of like just all these lights and stuff, and half of them didn't work, and they were all none of them were LEDs, so like I couldn't even run them because I only have two plugs in the front. So we kind of like offloaded all that, and so in the front, it's like we just have like some blow molds and a couple of the blow up things, and I'm kind of like I'm taking a breather year, and maybe I'll regroup next year when I've
There
got
you
it all figured out.
Like it.
Yep.
How about you? How about you, Abam?
My week is pretty great. I have, over the last 2 months, been putting together slowly, because I want to do it right this time, a new fish tank. It has fish in it. It has shrimps in it. It's got my snail, who has murdered many people before.
That's true.
But I'm hoping he doesn't murder again. But that just is all up and running as of Saturday this last weekend. So I've been admiring that. It's calming. It's relaxing. I think I did a really good job. Then on Sunday, I had an epic battle with Burrell. I was the highest scoring team in Guggenheim, so I scored 163, I think. Burrell was, unfortunately, like yourself, he was the second highest scoring team, and he happened to run into me. Or no, he was third highest scoring. So both Burrell and I are now 6 and 7, but I managed to jump all the way from like lower tier points 4 to number 1 in Guggenheim, which helps a little bit with tiebreakers. I got it was pretty scary there for a minute. I had Puka and Amari Cooper were playing each other, and red zone cut to that game, and Puka went down, and then immediately after the next drive, Cooper went down, and I was like, oh well, this is awesome. This is kind of over, but Puka at least came back and scored another like 5 or 6 points, and I survived. Basically, after Zachar was like, "You're projected to win 30, like calm down," or whatever he said. Debo scored 35 fucking points, and I was playing against Debo. I know what you're doing, Zachar. I know it. You deployed this tactic against me earlier. Your unrelenting positivity, like calm down, everything's going to be okay. It doesn't work here, man.
Take a chill pill, Zachars.
Yeah, positivity will override that, and we'll get this dub.
Shout out to Bureau though. He's my pledge son. Runs in the family.
Really? That's awesome.
Wow.
You guys are both bald too. That's great.
That also
bald
runs
first.
families.
Yep.
Well, yeah. You got like father, like
Exactly.
son.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's still in. I mean, Guggenheim's a mess, so he could still get in the playoffs. I would feel kind of bad if I knocked him out, just because I'm not doing anything. But yeah, it was great. On to you, Jameson.
So last week I managed, like, I'm only in 2 leagues anymore, and I won both of them, so I was feeling good in general. Like, vibes were good. Then this week I was projected to win both of them, so I'm like, cool, like we're gonna do good. And then I know no one cares about the other one, but this is talking about tone. And the other one I ended up losing by less than a point because Big Hat threw a punch. And got booted out of the game, so no more yards for Big Hat. I was playing Mike Stew in this league, and he had two players on Monday, quarterback, and who was that dude? I just blanked. I can't think right now. I'm looking at the wrong league. He had Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley. So like given, like he could and I think he had to score over 30 points. No, it was not 30. It was like 40, whatever. It was a stretch, but it was doable if that stack really started to click. Mm-hmm. So I was a lot, in the beginning, first half, this is how it kind of goes, is like first half I wasn't, I was like, okay, he hasn't scored that much. And then I stopped paying attention. And then somebody else was talking about, oh, Trevor Lawrence is making up for it at some point. And I look over, he's got like 22 points. And so I got to sweat the last quarter or so. But then I didn't
cheered when he went down, didn't you?
I didn't know he went down until the next day.
Sure.
I was just looking at the numbers, like as I'm putting kids to sleep and things like that. Yeah, I guess I didn't have as much to worry about as maybe I was feeling at the time. But yeah, at the end of the day, I did. I managed to beat Stewart, and there was like 4 things had to happen last week to have me not make the playoffs. And since I won, I got myself into the playoffs, like guaranteed, with my team with no offense. So it worked out for me. And now I have one. If I can beat Ward, then I'll get myself a bye week.
You can hold on to that 2 seed.
Yeah, we'll see we'll see though. I mean, who knows? Like Ward's been actually doing stuff, and I'm sure and now Justin Jefferson's back, and I'm playing him in both leagues, so I'm sure he'll get 35 points or something crazy. So, but yeah, so last week obviously good for me in the D League. The first quarter of this season was really bad for my team. I didn't feel good about it at all. And I just set the goal of making it out of relegation. And I did that for sure. And now I'm like hoping for an okay playoff run. So we'll see.
I just had a random thought. Do you by chance have access to what your record is against me all time?
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, did you already look it up? I think you wrote it down. I don't think it's good. I think
you randomly looked this exact thing up.
Yeah. No, I was scrolling on this website with a bunch of numbers. Yeah, 7-1.
Yeah,
it's my all-time record versus Jameson.
No, you've smoked me.
So I'd love to meet you in the playoffs.
Jameson, what is our record?
What is ours?
Yeah, against each other.
I do wish League Legacy was a little easier to navigate, since this is such a massive matrix.
We should bully this
Yeah,
guy
it's
into
tough.
doing everything.
I could, yeah. I mean, I could if there's like a good suggestion. Since I like can't. All right, let's see. So Jameson, which one are you? How many are you over?
Can we
You
just
are-
export
What?
the sheet?
Probably. But I've
Is
actually Austin's high enough that I can keep going. I'm 5-3 against you, Austin.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little more even. But we haven't played in a long time. So
Yeah, because you put yourself in presidents and
my record spoke me into presidents. If you would have had a little more winning seasons than one.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah, too bad. All right, you want to recap? Let's
Wait, so
recap.
how does this work? Head to head, you just go from the name and then over, and then you have to keep scrolling over.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
pretty
like
much got to
forever.
scroll
Yeah.
all the way
Okay,
over and all the
got it.
way up and down.
There's got to be a better way to do that. Cool.
Really
All right.
user friendly.
Yeah, if you're like a name like further
Yeah, just
down,
export this to Excel, and that'd be.
you
Yeah,
have
right.
Yeah, I mean obviously. You're 6-1 against Hanks. That's probably
6-1. Jesus.
6-1 against
What
Hanks.
about Utah? What is our record? Have we ever played?
I don't even know if we've ever played.
Yeah, I can figure it out. I'm almost there. I've been
I'm almost
scrolling
there.
for 5 minutes to get there.
Think about me when you're. Never mind.
Taylor Anderson. No, you've never played. You guys have never played a game. So,
That's good. Let's keep
You're
that.
lucky.
We're
yeah.
just two ships in the night. We'll never
Yeah.
cross paths.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
I
you wanna
somehow ended up in presidents, so
Yeah, that was
the
actually really
top league.
funny. Is like, so you played what 3 seasons and then quit? Like,
yeah,
you
I was
just-
forced out, but yeah, we'll go with
you
quit.
weren't forced out.
I was forced out.
No, you just decided that you were like, no, my other league takes priority and drifted
true.
off.
My other really good friends that I lived with. Take
Yeah.
presidents.
Right. And then, so you left us for a while and then came back the year that I was.
Last year.
Yeah, last year when I was restructuring that, and I put a cutoff of how many games you had to play. Like I wanted it to be like you had to have been in a little while, and so Todd had been in like the minimum amount to like get his like winning percentage considered, and then happened to be like pretty good in the 3 that he was here. So off to the top he goes.
There we go.
Well, yeah, and you've made playoffs twice now, right?
Yeah, I mean, like he has a demonstrated record of success so far.
This is like I got grandfathered into presidents and then was in presidents for like 4 straight years. So it can happen.
Yeah,
You can be where you're supposed to be.
Yeah,
You hear that, Sully? Someday.
Yeah. Sully's got one. Maybe next year if he plays his cards right. Sorry.
Pray we don't alter it further.
Yeah. All right, let's recap all these clowns real quick.
All right. I just closed sleep. All right. I wanted to have sleeper and I just closed it. So in Guggenheim, we had a couple of pretty big nail biters. So Tanner is now 7-6. He was 7-5 going into this, but he played Foster, and their matchup came down to Monday night. Foster had Jamar Chase, and Tanner had Evan Ingram. Foster ended up beating him by about 1.5 points, which opens up the window for Foster and myself to get into playoffs. So we'll get into scenarios later, but Tanner losing is pretty good for both of us. Langton has the Cowboys defense, and he lost, also opening up a window for us. But this kind of kicks off an interesting thing that I saw across all leagues, where every single person that had the Cowboys defense, right? You probably spent like 11th round pick on the Cowboys defense. All of them lost. So 0-7 across the board because the Cowboys defense got -1. And most of them were in pretty close matchups, like playoff implications. Nobody was like knocked out of, or nobody was so far down that this didn't matter, or so far up it didn't matter. This was a devastating loss. Go on to Blipto. Ellis with a statement win. He had 182 points. I think that was the highest that I saw across all leagues.
Wow.
Keep his season alive.
From our all-time loser leader.
Yeah, 182. T-Shan, he had been texting me a little while about doing some sort of trade, but he was really scared about not getting a bye. He didn't end up doing the trade, and he got a bye anyway. He scored like 165. So Tishan, unfortunately, is the number 1 seed and will have a bye. Will have the number 1 seed bye, and Shugart gets the number 2 seed bye.
That's a real shame.
I know.
Yeah, things need to change around here.
We'll have to do some emergency maneuvers. Peters Cuervo, Bradley is officially eliminated. He lost by like 9-ish, and unfortunately was one of the people that had Tank Dell starting. You saw Tank Dell, like his leg snapped in half when he was blocking on a goal line run. The guy weighs like 160 pounds, so I don't know why he would be inside blocking, but I'm not a head coach, so what do I know? Yeah, it'd be like me out there blocking linemen to get Ta into the end zone. I mean, it would work. I would just probably get injured. Yeah, I put my heart and soul into it. Why is this?
I got a low center of gravity.
Yeah, right.
Hang on. That didn't work.
Ooh, little reshuffling.
Nobody's even watching, I think, half the time.
Yeah.
So your audio is the more important thing.
All right. Bradley is eliminated. I think this is the second year in a row he hasn't made playoffs in Peters Cuervo.
Ouch.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure Bradley will text me about that.
Yeah. All right. Fact check us, Bradley.
Yeah. Newhall, Scout loses a heartbreaker. Also a -1 Cowboys defense owner. Brady Carvin ass did one of the weirdest moves I've ever seen. So Nico Collins is like a top 10 wide receiver this year. He benched Nico Collins and played both wide receivers for Pittsburgh.
Why?
I have no fucking idea.
Tell me that.
George Pickens and Deontay Johnson combined scored less than Nico Collins, but Carvin still ended up winning. So, I mean, that's just another, fantasy doesn't matter. It doesn't make any sense. You can do stupid shit like that and get away with it.
Believes in Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, I get. Oh, did Pickett get injured this week? Or was it last week?
Yeah, I think so. I thought it was mid-game.
Yeah. He just really believed in the post Matt Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were playing Arizona, but I don't know. It's Nico Collins who's been.
Yeah, you go, Nico.
Hanks and Teeds both lock up buys. So Hanks is 11-2, and Teeds I think is 10-3. They'll get buys no matter what. Let's go into Old Hall. So the Rippers lock up the number 1 seed. They will have a bye and the number 1 seed no matter what. We'll go on to Prez. Knust gets lucky back-to-back weeks. He had 2 players score 0 points. I think he scored like 102 or something and still managed to eke out the win. And then Vange, not James Von Gillern, but Sam Von Gillern completed the 07 Cowboys defense owners. So all 7 owners of the Cowboys defense lost. At least I'm pretty sure. I checked a lot of them. Like and subscribe and comment if I'm wrong. But I think it was everybody that lost. All right, you got anything in your leagues?
You didn't mention Herman German, but they have a cut. Like Freese is number 2 in that league. He's got 9 wins. So does Mason.
Yeah.
Cool. It doesn't seem like anything crazy happened there, but no one actually has a locked up first or second seed. So could be anybody in the top 4.
I got some president specific stuff to get off my chest, but I'm gonna let you finish. No, I'm gonna let you finish.
The next thing we're doing is all playoff breakdowns. We got to go into all tiebreakers and shit. So,
all right,
talk about the league. Go for it.
Get ready.
Let's boiler cook a little more.
Yeah. First off, this is
let's all stretch out for this.
Yeah, exactly. I listen to this pod weekly. I'm a proud listener since the beginning. I do like how you highlight high scores every week. I dropped 180 last week. Did not hear a peep. So that's just, let's make sure that we're checking all scores, all leagues. Just would like to get my due there.
I'm gonna blame Jameson on that one. You're in presidents. You should tell the people that.
Jameson, any response?
No.
Yeah. Screw it. All right. Okay. That was personal.
I don't need
now
to respond.
Yeah, now as I've been listening all season and just hearing you just badmouth our league, Austin. So we're going to get into some specifics here.
Hmm.
First, um, I'm tired of hearing from these lower level people that are in, I don't even know the names of these other leagues. But up in Presidents, it's tough competition. Everybody drafted well in the league. That's why the waiver wire is bare. You've spouted the name Dallas Goddard about 5 times this season. And so I did a little research on Dallas Goddard. You're talking about him like he's, Tony Gonzalez, Travis Kelce, and that threshold of tight ends. In his history, he has never scored higher than the 10th tight end in the league. And we're talking tight ends here. 10th tight end is worth absolutely nothing. So let's put this Dallas Goddard narrative to bed. He was on the waiver wire, and he's still shit. Somebody got him. He might play this week and get 3 catches for 27 yards, which would be great for that guy. Enough with Dallas Goddard. Yeah, those were the big things, but you got to stop hitting on presidents.
The draft and Goddard, that was it.
The draft that everybody drafted well. That's why we have.
How does everyone draft well
teams.
when you have the most people scoring less than what? You have the most teams that have less than 1,400 points than any other league.
That's called parity.
Exactly. That's not parity. That's the opposite of parity. No, you have the most teams with less than 14. Guggenheim, nobody has less than 1,400.
Yeah, that's
parity.
That's on you.
No, that's half of your league drafted like shit. That's what that is.
That's called
you did not draft well. No, and the entire argument I've made is that the waiver wire is not bare in Presidents. Dallas Goedert is on the waiver wire. Zach Moss is on the waiver wire. You have Sam Laporta was on the waiver wire earlier. Somebody picked him up for free. The entire argument is that your waiver wire is not bare because Presidents just throws talent to the wind because you cannot identify talent. That's the argument.
The President's League churns we are actively on the waiver wire.
You are actively churning out shit players for good ones.
No,
you're putting good players on the bench, which never hit the bench in any other league. That's the argument.
Other leagues aren't going to take, and sometimes that's going to lead to these things you can call out because the luck went the wrong way. But it doesn't mean that it just means
luck. 6 out of 7 leagues got it right. You guys got it wrong, but somehow you guys are more smart than everyone else.
Out of 7 leagues, there's one on the top.
Waiver wire. Let's go.
1 out of 7 leagues is the top league. So yes,
1 out of 7 leagues is doing all the wrong waivers.
1 out of 7 leagues to be making the right calls. Yes, that's correct. Thank you.
You're not making the right calls. What are you talking about?
I wouldn't expect you to understand it.
Yeah, the proof is in the pudding. Look, and actually look at the screen right now. There's 2 people at the top. You could call it the House of Lords, maybe. And then there's down here, which should actually be another level down from us on screen if it was going to be fair. And then you could shout even higher from your basement.
You came into here with this argument that immediately does not make any sense. Because the entire thing is about how really good players are on your guys' waivers all the time. And then somehow you're trying to twist that into we're so super smart. We're dropping really good players for shit players. And then
not true.
You got to roll the dice a lot more.
Yep, you do. You gotta get every inch, every point you can in this league.
And sometimes that means that some dork is on the waiver wire when he might not be in another one because he just sat on Michael's bench the whole season.
Yeah, and the fact you think Dallas Goedert is waiver wire worthy, stop everything and pick up Dallas Goedert.
We have 5 members with 3 or less waiver dollars. That's a lot. That means that's activity.
Yep, a lot of activity, a lot of
less than half.
That spent all their money.
I haven't had a dollar.
Here's Newhall. How many people? 1, 2, 3 have less than $30. 4 do less than $30.
Nobody less than What?
$30. I'm giving them it's an even larger amount of thing. What's Guggenheim?
Let's go Guggenheim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh no, wait, that's the wrong thing. That's how much you spent.
I was gonna. What the hell are you counting?
12
The
teams.
league members.
Can you see this on desktop?
No, I can't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anything.
I'm looking
You're
at
looking at leftover waiver. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2. That's less than what?
You have four people with like less than $10.
What was your cutoff? Because you didn't just raise it to 30 for some reason.
We have 3 people over 50 left. Said another way.
2, 3, 4. Okay, we have 4 over 50.
Anyway, this is slander. It's all wrong.
Yep. It
No,
is.
I mean,
I just.
we all see it. You guys can just sit in your ivory tower.
You know what I can look at? I can go ahead and look at the ELO ratings too.
Yeah.
And that's actually comparing everyone who's ever played anyone ever. And what do you see at the top? A lot of names in President's League. A lot of names.
So basically, you just put everyone into the top league, and now when they play each other, their ELO rating goes up.
Well, no, because there's not that much. They're like trading ELO, so they would just bounce.
Well, there you go. So they're never going to go down. They're just going to keep going up because they're all in Presidents.
No, when they relegate down, then they will go down.
Who's they? One person will relegate down.
No, 2.
This is a fucking joke. 2 whole people will relegate down, and then eventually their ELO maybe will even out. But they got grandfathered into the best league, so their ELO is always going to stay super inflated.
Based on being better than everyone else.
At a certain time period of
at least 3 seasons of fantasy football.
Yeah. I see no holes.
All right there. It's all right there in League Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it yourself.
Can't argue with the math, Austin.
No. Anyway, are you going to do playoff scenarios now?
No, you can do that.
Yeah, let's go into playoff.
Yeah, let's talk about playoffs.
Playoffs?
You want to talk about playoffs?
Oh, shit.
Are you okay?
I almost knocked over my cocktail. Wait, do you want... Okay.
Nope, he's dying.
Yeah. Audio listeners might not get to see me have a muted coughing fit.
This has to go this way. All right, so Guggenheim, we have... I think pretty much most of these leagues are a situation of like 6 people can get the last playoff spot.
Yeah.
For Guggenheim, I'm just going to focus on myself. So,
right.
Number 1, I have to win. I have to beat
Surprising.
Langton. We're both 6 and 7. And then there are 4 people ahead of me. Tanner, Tellercom, Podwards, and Renner. I need just one of those guys to lose. And I think I have the points for to pass one of them. The only situation that is a little awkward is if all of them win except for Tyler Cum. If Tyler Cum gets beaten by Foster, I only have points for above Foster by about 25. So I need Foster to not beat Cum. Nice.
Nice.
While scoring 30 points more than me.
I mean, that seems pretty doable as long as you win.
Yeah, I got to just focus on beating, the second highest point.
The way you've spoken made me think that you were out of it a while ago. So this is good news.
Yeah, I was not anticipating dumping, like a 163 this week. It was looking really bad. So, yeah, just one week just rocketed me up the standings.
There you go.
Not.
So I need.
Anyway, Herman German, you alluded to this earlier. Mason, Freeze, Mallet, and Mark Vormolese are all in. Vormolese. But nobody has a bye yet, I don't think.
No.
So they're all just like, they're partying on their way to a bye. And then 5 through 10 are a game away. And so all of that can change. I mean, the top 4 can't change, but whoever gets the next 2, it can be anybody. Blipto, we got T-Shan and Shugart are in. T-Shan 100% has a bye. Nobody else is locked into playoffs. Shugart has to fight for a bye. Peters Cuervo, Suck It, Trebek. Who is that? I keep forgetting.
Oh man.
I think every single podcast I have to mention Suck It, Trebek, and I always forget who the hell that is.
McSweeney.
Okay.
Yeah.
McSweeney is number 1. Adrian's is in, but is not guaranteed to buy, but he'll at least be in playoffs. Then we have Newhall, Hanks, Teeds, Masker, and Dirks are all in. None of them have. Hanks has a bye, I think for sure, but I don't know about the other 3. And then
Teeds
5
had
through
a
9
pretty
are a
good
game
record
apart.
too.
Yeah, he's 10-3, but I thought Masker could catch him.
Master's 8-5, so it looks like Teeds has got it locked up.
Yeah, Hanks and Teeds definitely have buys then. And then Old Hall, Mark has a bye. Bianchi is in. I don't think Bianchi has a bye locked up. He's 9-4. He does have a bye. Okay, so yeah, Mark and Bianchi, Sully and Bianchi are both locked up, 1 and 2. 3 through 10 in Old Hall are a game apart.
Wow.
So I'd have to look at the matchups, which
That's
I'm not
stressful.
Gonna do. But yeah, all of them are 6-7 or 7-6. So it's gonna be chaos.
That's wild. That means that all those people are a game between making the playoffs or being able to be relegated.
Yeah.
Could number 10 legit like make the playoffs with a win and enough points, or is it just like a crazy amount of points?
So number 10 is Logan at 1338. The other 6 and 7 team,
what a piss league.
The highest 6 and 7 team is Christian Swinton at 1544. So you'd have to get basically nearly 200 points. Yeah, 200 points more than Christian and win while Christian. Or no, he's just a beat. Oh yeah. So Nelson is number 6, has 1533. So he needs 200 more points than the next. So I guess I don't. Logan's out. Sorry, buddy.
Man,
never mind.
Hopefully he's not hearing that for the first time.
Yeah,
it's tough news to take. Yeah,
it's terminal.
What a rough go for Logan. Logan got relegated out of Presidents last year. Could he tumble again?
Ooh.
That's the question.
Ooh. Could be down here with me, buddy, in the soup.
Big off season to watch.
Yeah, let's bring the pod back in the off season while.
Yeah, I need to look at. I wish I should track that or something. I wish there's a way. Maybe I can. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out because it would be interesting to see like who moves where over time. But anyway,
last thing: Presidents Knust, Jameson,
me,
Ta, and Bogey.
Yep.
Are all 100% in the playoffs. I thought Bogey sucked. Did he just like turn it off in the last half of the season, or what happened there?
He has the highest points.
Yeah.
I thought that was Jeff. Oh, Bogey took it over. Wow.
Yeah, he's kind of a sleeper pick.
God damn.
I think it's Bogey then me or Bogey Jeff then me. I can't remember.
Did he like turn it around after he decimated you, Jameson, with 2 Bears players?
Yeah, I think so. That might have been it actually.
Week 5, his.
That DJ Moore.
Let's see. 5 he won. 6 he won. 7 he won. No, he lost. Never mind. Whatever. There goes that narrative.
I think Knust has a bye. The only bye locked up.
Yeah, because it's like if I don't win, if I win I get the bye. If I don't win, it could be, Ta or who or
Ta or Bogey are coming.
Ta or Bogey. Yeah. And then I thought that just interesting from a storytelling perspective is that Sam and James are playing the last game of the season. And if Sam wins, he just I put it as strangle his brother out of the playoffs, which is, it's a little brutal.
Oh yeah. They're 6 and 7.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You and Bogey play each other. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So
in less than 2-point spread right now. God damn.
Yeah, and we are. We're
Love
the
it.
2 highest scoring teams in the league, so
Yeah, it should be a real
it's a big
Let's look at the
matchup.
teams here.
barn
We got.
burner.
So I'll say Taz first, and then bogeys. So Josh Allen versus Dak. Dude, Dak's been awesome lately. What the fuck?
Mhm.
I drafted Dak. Here's another, just nugget for the Pres League. I had Allen and Dak, and I had to drop Dak to, make some moves on the rest of my team.
I get that. Yeah, I mean, I totally get the move of handcuffing the number 1 QB in all of fantasy. Like, that's definitely a president's move. Pacheco versus McCaffrey. Slight edge to McCaffrey, but Pacheco's been fucking awesome. You got Kyron. That's an expert, brilliant move. Kyron's better than Javante. Devonta Smith versus Olave. That's pretty even. Keenan versus DJ Moore. That's Keenan. Josh Downs versus Mike Evans. That's Evans. Kelsey versus Pitts. That's Kelsey. Taysom going with the 2 tight end set.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
He's better than Elijah Moore because Elijah Moore has the corpse of Joe Flacco throwing to him. Tucker versus Bucker. That kind of rhymes, and they're even. And then Indy versus Miami. God damn. I'm going to have to watch this closely. This is great shit.
Buddy.
You guys both have
we definitely got flexed.
Bench. You guys are ready for the playoffs. You're just like, I got my D ready for the Yoffs. I like this.
Yeah. See, maybe one day you'll get to experience it in Presidents again.
I've experienced it for 4 years. It was nothing special. Trust me. Nice. Well, what do you have to say, Jameson, about your matchup with Mr. Ward?
Yeah, I got
the core.
So Ward, I have Ward, and Ward. There was like a window there where I was like, oh, I'm gonna beat the hell out of this guy. Like, it's gonna be like, Justin Jefferson. Like, maybe if he's not all the way back, he's like now, but he's been able to fill people in here that I think are not the worst. Like, it's good that you can pull out, Ramondre, but you do have Ezekiel Elliott to backfill that. Like, that's good for you. And then, Justin Jefferson is back. So, like, I am most afraid of that player on his entire team. So we'll see. But, like, I don't know. I think it's the kind of matchup where, like, I should be able to say, yeah, I'm going to win this one. It'll be great. But some freak that, like, my team is, like, I think 2 years in a row, like, famously able to just drop, like, 3 points out of every player and just do really shitty. So we'll see.
So you have it's Cooks versus Sutton, and I was just thinking, like, while I was having my wings and my old fashioned, like, you can never be wrong. You can only be too early. I was just thinking about Sutton and Pittman, who you have. Those are like 2 darlings of last year that, like, just destroyed your season if you had them. And now this year they're having the seasons they're supposed to have.
Yeah.
And then Brandon Cooks, I was all in on Cooks this year. I have him in like 3 leagues. Dropped him after week 5. I mean, look at his points. 3, missed the game.
Yeah,
2,
terrible.
4, 1. I was like, fuck this dude. Since then, he's outscored Stephon Diggs.
Well, honestly, if you want to talk about bogey, like, where did he come from? Like, well, how has Dak done?
Yeah,
like,
Dak has just been
there's the question.
dude.
He had a really shitty few weeks and then just turned it on. So,
I mean, I ended up trading for CeeDee Lamb when I fucking had discount CeeDee Lamb on my team for the first 5 weeks. It's just like, how long are you going to hold on to 2 points a game? I guess I should have had the foresight. That's my bad.
I have honestly just absolutely hated picking wide receivers for my team, though. Like, I'm probably not starting Deontay for the first time. Like, he's been active.
He's been a bad boy.
He has not been fun to
naughty.
have on. Yeah, like, and maybe he'll blow up, but like, watching those guys last week wasn't great. So we'll see.
Did you draft Cooks? Have you just been holding on to him?
No, I picked him up.
I feel like everyone just tanked him.
I had Cooks. Yeah, I had Cooks and I dropped him. Yep.
Fucking asshole, man. He always ends up fine. I should have just believed.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm actually way more Dallas heavy than I thought and so yeah, actually the more I'm thinking about this, so I've got Tony Pollard, Brandon Cooks, and the kicker, and they're going against the Eagles. I don't know if I feel as good about this matchup.
That's great. The Eagles defense sucks shit.
Yeah, I know, but that's the kind of game that we would.
It's going to be a shootout. Don't worry about it.
I don't know about that. We'll see. Well, let's hope
And you
so.
got
I also
on the
have
other
Jalen
side.
Hurts. Yeah, so like that'll be my favorite game of the week.
As long as you don't have either defense, you're going to be swimming in it.
Yeah, let's
Should
hope.
we watch Party It Up, Jameson?
Yeah,
Come on
maybe.
down the road.
Yeah, we could do that.
Ooh.
I've never been to your new house.
There's a
You have a
reason
new
for that.
house?
Oh, well,
I bought this house 4 years ago.
Yeah,
3 years
yeah,
ago.
I've not been to his new
Cash.
house. And
Straight cash.
Straight cash, homie.
Well, actually, that's either of our. You haven't been to this house either.
No.
So, no, we haven't seen each other in person like pre-COVID.
A couple of guys with a couple of houses.
Yeah.
And I literally drive by Jameson's neighborhood every day when I go to work. I always wave.
You go north now.
You kind of just look the other way.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll get to that. You got notes in here about your personal life. All right. Does this? Oh, I've got other league notes before we move on to
bring it on.
Today's special segment.
Is there actually nobody in the chat, or is mine just not updating?
No, nobody's there. Nobody cares today. Whatever.
Sad.
Spend time with your families. Whatever you want to do.
Did you guys not mark it that I was coming on?
Did I not say we're live?
I posted.
No,
well, it's real disappointing, everyone in the league. You know.
Oh, I said we're taking questions, but I didn't say we're live.
Okay, so league stuff. Reminder on how promotion relegation works. So promoting, it's very easy. If you win a league, you move up. That's at the end of the season. So after, of course, you have to win your final game. You will then be rewarded with moving up. Relegation, it is so after next week, the bottom two in President's, Old Hall, and New Hall, as of the end of season rankings, will relegate down unless they make it to the consolation bracket championship game, whatever you want to call it. So if they can play through their consolation bracket and make it, to the top of that, then they're safe. So that's what if you're in the bottom half, you're based in the bottom four teams of any particular league that could relegate. You are just playing. If you can get to that last game, you're safe. So that's more or less how it works. And then also this scenario came up today. The cleverest boy in the room, Mark Sullivan, it looked like he was either trolling for pod content or legitimately trying to influence who made the playoffs in his league to maybe get an easier matchup. And I think that, abstractly, that's probably it's a, quote unquote legitimate strategy because you're just controlling your own outcome. But fortunately for anyone who might have been getting mad about that, I had wrote the definition of collusion included tanking into the Constitution at some point. So I saved myself having to arbitrate that. So you can't tank. So you can't just play the best you can, try to win all your games. And if you're trying to purposefully lose to influence, who makes the playoffs or whatever, you can't do that. So I didn't write down what kind of punishment. So maybe I could get creative if that were to ever happen. I don't know. We'll see. But
as an innocent bystander, I just want to say it seems like you have a personal vendetta against our sweet boy Mark Sullivan.
I think you've got it backwards. I put up my hard hat every day. I make my own lunch. I come to work in the commissioning mines, and I come out and with 7 leagues of fair outcomes and fun times for everyone. And I am, there is a campaign that brews from below me to unseat me and to cause instability in this pyramid that I've created. And I won't stand idly by while my character is besmirched. So,
you say pyramid scheme or just pyramid?
Yeah, just normal pyramid.
Okay, gotcha.
Once I can figure out how to monetize this bad boy, I'll be cooking. But that day is not today.
Yeah, I don't know if I have been convinced now to where there's this amazing league that is precious, and there's a bunch of people trying to poke holes in it and make it miserable. Or if it's actually miserable and the commissioner has gaslit me into believing that it's all okay and that my fellow owners are the problem. I haven't figured that out yet.
Maybe you'll never know.
He's doing something right then.
Yeah, maybe the true joy of the league is not knowing if it's the league
being
that
oblivious.
sucks or it's the people within.
Exactly.
We'll never know.
Speaking of Mr. Sullivan, he's making his way down to Dallas here in about 4 months. Jameson, has he informed you of that?
No,
There's
he
a
hasn't
big
told me.
phenomenon event of what is it? It's like a full what do they call those? Eclipse, full eclipse.
Oh yeah, there is one
coming over Dallas in April.
I didn't realize it was so soon.
People
Yeah, I
travel
think
for
it's
that?
sometime in April. If Sullivan listens through this point, he needs to put the date in the Discord chat that it's supposed to happen in Dallas.
Yeah, everyone can come to see the eclipse. Look directly at it.
Yeah.
No glasses.
Yeah. Well, I remember we had that partial one that happened a couple of months ago, and it was kind of lame. And so I looked up like, when's the real shit? And I think I was like, oh, sooner than I thought, and then immediately forgot. So it's nice to know that we'll get visitors.
Yeah, we tackle everything on this pod.
Yeah, we really do. All right. Does anyone have any other league things they want to talk about, or we can move on?
Well, good here.
All right. TA, this is now since you actually were on last year, you got to introduce yourself and all that. But you can just here's TA's corner, so you can just talk about whatever you feel like talking about.
Yes, yeah, introduce yourself again because you deleted it.
Oh yeah, if you'd like to.
State your name.
Yeah.
Maybe we have new.
My name is Tyler Joseph Anderson. I don't think we did this last year. The whole introduction.
Yeah, probably not. That might.
It was the Wild West.
Yeah.
Back in 2022.
Yeah.
Let's see. Our pledge year 2006. My franchise is the Javelinas. There's really no good backstory.
That's a good one.
My uncle-in-law he lives out in Arizona. He's kind of a weird dude. But we always chat fantasy football, and he has these fake javelinas in his yard, and he said he was going to name his team that. So I'm like, well, hell, I'll name my team that too. That sounds great. So there it is, and went with the, Texas colors since we're in the great nation of Texas down here. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, this is another little fun fact is, Jameson charges, you apparently have to pay to get your franchise, or at least you used to.
You pay
have somebody
the designer.
design it. Yeah, well, that's what you make us think, Jameson. But I got mine for free because I watched Jameson's Dogs one time. That was my payment.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we don't see each other, but we see each other's pets.
Yeah. You saw a set of pets from 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
No, so it's I think 6 years in the league or something, split up in 3 and 3 or something like that. As Jameson keeps pulling me back in as I try and claw my way out of this league every year. Let's see here. Personal news. Oh yeah, so yeah, Jameson. Now I drive north. I went to Toyota. Moved over to Toyota a few months back.
Oh, that's nice.
Went from the planes at Southwest to the cars at Toyota.
Are you sad about the not being associated with the planes anymore? Because I think I might be.
Are you? Was that a big benefit? Were you a big benefactor of me being associated with
I
planes?
just think that there's something cooler about aviation than just cars.
Yeah. I mean, there's parts that were that I miss, but it was time to get on the road, as we say. Let's go places.
Yeah.
So yeah, hope everybody has a great December to remember. But more exciting news. We got a baby on the way.
Congratulations.
And yeah, my wife's having it, not me.
Right.
Due in February. So that's pretty exciting. That'll be right around the corner. Hopefully I'll be, raising the President's Cup in the delivery room, celebrating the new baby boy.
Just swing the
My
hammer
good luck
around.
charm. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's all I got, though. I mean, no, I appreciate. I love speaking to the masses, and this league's a lot of fun. I'm excited to be in it. So, kudos
Thank you, man.
to the Bamrick boys,
Yeah,
the Lawton crew.
that's us. Oh, I guess I could to springboard on that. I guess this is good in time as any. I also have another offspring on the way.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
That news was recently released to the public.
A couple of sex havers.
Yep.
Yeah,
Twice.
provably. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe someday I can get up to JMO's level.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
3 whole times.
Oh man. Okay. Well, do you want to take these like numbskulls questions? All right.
Yeah,
What
let's
do we
look
got?
at
Got any
gallery.
funny things? All right. Zach Elliott. Should the fantasy playoffs be the most deserving or best teams? Oh, this is
Okay, so the way that I know he's a mutineer, but the way that Sully did it was all 5 playoff teams and then 6 being the most highest point scored that it was not in playoffs was kind of nice.
yeah, I get it.
I see the bit. Yeah, I kind of like that.
You know why it's nice? Because that was me, and then
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I
why
mean,
it's really nice. However, if you were Logan, who should have been 6th and would have also won the league, but instead I won it, I can see how it wouldn't be so great.
I think if you're the kind of league that has like divisions, like that, like if you were to rank stuff, I think that divisions type based things are the worst.
Yeah.
And then this idea that Sully has, I think it's fine, but it's not in the system automatically, so I'm not going to do it.
Oh yeah, true.
Like
You'd have to do it for all 7.
Right. I'm not going to do that kind of manual work just to make like a side grade, I guess. It's just like a nice to have. It's not anything I'm particularly concerned about.
Yeah, I guess
But-
eventually if Sleeper updates their playoff settings, maybe we could do it. But
Right. But at this time, like, why not? Why wouldn't it just go by, it's gone by record? You won those games. Like, is this the same? I mean, I feel like this question is really about the whatever, the CF.
The median?
No, about the Alabama getting in over.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's the question. That's really what he's asking about.
Yeah.
And
Florida State should have gotten in.
I mean, that's my stance. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess then if you were to extrapolate that into fantasy, I think that having the record means you get in.
Yeah,
I mean, there are plenty of teams that claim championships that should not have actually won it. So why Florida State can go ahead and claim one, I don't care.
Yeah,
sounds good to me. Iowa has one that is not a real one.
I thought that at least this process was very illustrative of why every year it is less. There's less of a point to watching college football, so that's cool.
But you don't like our path to the Liberty Bowl? It wasn't entertaining.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Really, like,
why do they keep making us play Memphis at Memphis?
Yeah, like here, the fact that the Liberty Bowl is just a Memphis home game. I don't care if they attended or not is stupid. And then second, on top of that, the fact that we have to go there twice in 5 years is ridiculous. At least, like, who cares? I bet when they're slotting us in there, like, the Iowa State fans are really going to love to come back to Memphis and play Memphis again, the thing that they've already done before. Yeah. That gets butts and seats.
3 times in like 8 years.
Is it that many? Is it more
than
Toledo?
We played Memphis, and now we play Memphis again.
Oh, seriously? We played Toledo there? Damn. Yeah. I don't remember that.
I was there.
I've not gone yet, and
we ran a interception back for a touchdown. We're up 14-0, and then lost like 37-14.
Oh, I was really sad about this last round because there was a lot of projections that maybe we'd have it around here.
I know, yeah. There was Armed Forces Bowl or whatever in Fort Worth.
And then
Dad had his tickets like ready to go. For any of the Texas bowls. And
and instead they're like, oh no, let's just
have fun in Memphis.
Let's just squeeze Iowa State out into the Memphis Bowl again. Anyway, all right, yeah. So
What's
yes,
next?
I am anti-Alabama in the top 4. Anyway, Corey has stepped down from being chapter advisor. Who should be the next one?
Corey.
Dan Coonsey.
Yeah, Corey. Oh yeah, Coonsey. They could also.
Is
Yeah,
he
we
in
should
this
just
league?
force
Yeah,
both
Coonsey's
of
in the
them to
league.
be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coonsey
Coonsey.
has an excellent draft story where he missed the entire draft and then showed up afterwards.
Yeah, he just came anyway.
Yeah, out of
Way to
nowhere.
do it.
But he had a great time. So yeah, he's in the league. Maybe he'll make it for more than one day next year. It'll be great.
I don't think this should be a stepped down position. You should be forced to do it, and we should make Corey do it for
It's like the
life.
Supreme Court. You're nominated for life.
Exactly.
Sorry. Beryl says, you're down in the Delt tunnels. You grab the bottle of 5 o'clock that's been there since George Washington Carver was an undergrad. You take a swig and go to sign your name on the bottle, but wait, you decide to put your ultimate fantasy lineup on there. What's your dream team?
Oh, Jesus.
This is a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, do I have service down here? And then I would Google like top fantasy point scorers all time. And then I
Yeah.
would put those names in.
Give me like a Michael
No idea.
Vick and Priest Holmes and all those Randy Moss.
We go Michael Vick, LaDainian Tomlinson, Adrian Pearson, Randy Moss, Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
Who's the tight end for the Chiefs? Not Kelsey.
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. I don't know what kicker defense.
Wait, is Gonzalez
pretty
better
good,
than
right?
Gronk?
I think Gonzalez. I don't know.
Yeah, Gronk maybe, but Gronk
I
also
felt
missed
like
a lot of
Tony.
games.
Maybe Tony, like when he was he went over to the Falcons or whatever. He was always like number 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
You
Well,
know who I'd take is Dallas Goddard. Tight end.
Yeah, man. Our top
team.
10 tight ends sitting out there on the waivers and other leagues.
Oh, here's
A lot
actually.
of top 10s out
All
there.
right, let's get out of the Dell tunnels and let's. I like T-Shans. Pick a winner for each league. Oh, I like this one. Like kind of calling your shot here.
Okay.
All right, let's look. Herman German. Can you can't see any of this stuff, can you, Tom?
No, I
You
can
can
only
share
see.
your screen.
Oh yeah, if you show me, I'll make some quick decisions as I finish this whiskey.
Shared.
I'll do it.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you've done it before. All right.
Do that, and then you have to go back to this and put it on the screen. Oops.
Already
It was
did.
on. Yeah, I
There we
could
go.
see it. Yeah.
All right, I like this.
Yep.
All right.
So this
Yes.
is,
Here we
all
go.
right, we're at Herman German. We got the league here.
All right, Herman German. Who's
We'll look
moving
at
up?
standings here, or what? How do we want to do this?
Yeah, let's just. It doesn't have to be very like into it. Just go with your gut. I'm gonna say Freeze because of like he did do 2 years as Piss Boy.
You think he deserves it?
I don't know if he deserves it. I think he might get it though.
I'm gonna go Mark Vormazil because there's a chance that he couldn't make playoffs. Because if I'm not going to playoffs, I'm going to kill myself.
We don't want that to happen. And yeah, I'm gonna go Vormalizi
Yeah.
as well because I like his. He's really pitching the the farms. So no farms, no food. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
Little ag tie-in. All right, let's go to Guggenheim. Let's see here. It's pretty log jammed, folks.
Give me Tyler Coombe,
You think so?
my boy. He's
So Podwards is gonna get. Podwards is 7-6 and is getting Jefferson back. Kind of like that. I think I'm gonna go Podwards.
Let me think.
Look at this team really quick. Gino, Gibbs, Hubbard, Jefferson, Metcalf, Smith, Laporta. Oh, Laporta. He's starting 2 tight ends. Maybe
that's
this is
pretty
the better
solid.
A lot of question marks there.
Maybe not. I don't know about the flex of another tight end.
This is cheating. We just got to go off just
Yeah, true.
initial reaction.
Vibes.
All right, I'm gonna say Austin.
Going
You win.
Podwards.
I'm gonna say you win next week and then make it through because if you forgot highest points scored, maybe you're peaking late.
True.
That'd be a good story. And then you'd move
I do
up
have
a
a
league.
shit bomb next to me though. Look
You
at
got
that.
both of them. That's a tough year.
Yeah, and you're 7th. So maybe there was some, like, and I think that it would be funny as if you got in presidents after talking so much shit about presidents.
I would
And then-
immediately turn around to say the
Yeah.
president's is the best. It
Right.
would be
And then
no.
pull
I would never
Corey
acknowledge
Anderson.
anything I've ever said.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
You would talk about how great the draft is, like we
Yeah.
are.
Right.
Yeah.
You just be like, what is everything?
No,
that
so what would happen is, since I can't make the draft next year, is I make presidents and then I auto draft. I'm not even there. All right, on to
Perfect.
Blipto. We got Ty, your favorite T-Shan.
Jesus
How are you a
Christ.
fucking underdog to 5-8 techs? What is happening here? Oh, they think Aaron Jones is going to play. He's not going to.
Well, I'm definitely not picking T-Shan. He's got the worst vibes of anybody I've ever met.
Oh God,
Yeah.
the odds are atrocious.
Pure humor value of him not moving up is too much to.
I'm going
Yeah.
Shugart.
Yeah, I think I'll go Shugart.
Is Jim Helt's Num Nums that Keenan?
Yeah,
Yeah, give me BK there.
there you
Alright.
go.
Great team name. Fantastic team name. All right, we're on to Peters Cuervo.
All right.
Rod. I mean, we got to pick Rod.
Oh man.
This is like 3 out of 4 that we're doing highest points scored, but it's Rod.
Yeah, this is still. I want to see this through with Rod. Let's get Rod.
Was he the auto draft like running backs guy?
No.
No, that's in I think that's in Old Hall or New Hall, one of the halls.
Oh, whatever. I'll go Rod too.
Fuck yeah, let's go Rod. All right, New Hall. Maybe it's Old Hall. I thought we put him in a higher league.
No, he's in Peters Cuervo, I think. Isn't he? Isn't it? Is it the guy that was like? It's what's his name? Mitch.
No, there's Tracy. Is Mitch in Blipto?
He might be in Herman
Where are
German.
you? Yeah. Okay. He's not good. Oh, he could make.
He could.
Yeah,
he
he's
could
the. He's one game out, but yeah, he's the all running backs drafter.
All right, I'm gonna go. I think I go Hanks here.
Just seems to have the luck. I'm gonna go actually.
But Teeds' team might be stronger, so I don't know.
Oh, you're starting Derek Carr. I was gonna say Carbonas, but anybody who starts Derek Carr is a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
so
that's.
we're out on that. These are, look at how many 1500s there are here. Jesus.
Give me DeWitt.
DeWitt?
I've been rolling with the 5 seeds, I guess, going into this last week.
Kind of like you're picking all your upsets in the
Yeah,
NCAA
exactly.
tournament. I'm gonna go Teeds. It's hard to have your luck continue into the playoffs as Hanks.
That's true. All right, we'll see.
All right, and then on to Old Hall.
Sully.
Does Sully go for his 3rd title? It kind of seems like it.
I think.
Yeah, I'm going Sully. So I think he's made some savvy moves too. Oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm gonna go ahead. I could probably go with Sully there too.
So he'll
But
win.
you should make a rule.
34 to 38 or whatever.
He has to use the same lineup that he does this week in his playoffs.
So his actual lineup would be Herbert, Pacheco, Gibbs, A-Chain, Hill.
I think like if someone actually did that and went through it, I think the punishment would have to be that I remove them from the playoffs and replace them with the person that they knocked out. Like isn't there anything that would be fair? Like you can't do that. So if you got away with it, then you'd have to be flipped. I think there's no other way to do it.
All right, Prez. Gonna pick yourselves?
No.
I think I get knocked out. The first time I'm exposed to a playoff team, I get knocked out. I don't think it's Noosed either. I think it's
Bogey or J Long.
Yeah, J Long's been kind of trucking a little.
Bogey with the Dak, McCaffrey, Mike Evans.
I think
pretty solid.
Bogey would be my guess.
God damn, yeah, that's really good. And Javante's schedule is really nice. He's got Mitchell too. That's a little spicy. Yeah, Bogey's looking good. I'm gonna go Bogey.
Yeah, I think that's all right.
No, actually, I'm gonna go you, Jameson. Let's
Oh,
the
yeah.
brothers pick each other. Let's
All
go.
right, that's fair. All right. Now, Canoe says, is Ward now a force to be reckoned with Justin Jefferson back from injury?
No, the
No,
rest of his team is
Yeah,
garbage.
I don't think he can even make the playoffs, can he? Like,
No, I think he's in 11th or something like that.
yeah, he might be
Right.
a force for making his way out of relegation by making it to the end.
He might be a force for ruining Jameson's.
Yeah,
Bye.
he's
That's
a
about
force
it.
for taking my buy away. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
That's basically it.
And then Sully says, is Wet Pratt the best nickname to ever come from Gamma Pi? It's pretty good, yeah. And Pratt is someone I'm sad that is now walking the earth. He's left us,
He
so
abandoned us. Yeah.
maybe someday he'll come back. But no one can ever quit now, so.
My heart skipped a beat there for a minute. I thought you were like saying he perished. I was
No.
like, oh shit.
No. He just decided to not do fantasy
Leaving
anymore.
the league is nearly as drastic.
Yes. I think that's it. Yeah.
All right. Well, now we did all our questions. Everyone's talked. We did all our things. I think then what are we sitting at? We're like an hour. That's almost perfect. We should just call it. This is almost the perfect episode.
Didn't Christian
It was
just
a
joined?
perfect episode.
Christian just
Christian.
decided to show up. Hello, Christian. And we have a
Time
guest.
for us to quit.
Yeah, we have a viewer. We have one viewer. Hello, Christian. Good to see you.
Hello, Christian.
Hey man, congrats on your 2 kids at the same time.
Yeah, that's neat.
It's a big kid episode.
Yeah, big kid episode. I bet if you charted like the league and then
Twins kind of weird me out, but if I had twins, I would want one of each. I think that's awesome.
Then you could just be done with it. Like no one would have to be like, well, I should have a girl or a boy. You can be like, well, I'll just double up.
Yeah. What are you doing right now, Christian? Shouldn't be asleep.
What time is it?
It's probably the middle of the day over there.
Yeah, he's like
It's
4
like,
o'clock.
he probably just woke up.
Yeah.
Is that work?
Loser.
All right. Well, this was a wonderful episode 15 of the D-League podcast. Thanks again to our guest, Ta, for showing up. He says it's 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
I think that means
You're
a.m.
up with the kiddos.
All right.
Still got to be sleeping.
All right. Well, thanks for interrupting, Christian. But this was a great episode 15. Thanks, everybody. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.